G'day, it's Ray from Build Club. Today we are diving into Module 4, Company Knowledge and Onboarding. Knowledge transfer and onboarding are among the most time-consuming bottlenecks in any company. In knowledge management, there is a hidden can't find it tax, with a typical knowledge worker spending 2.5 hours a day just searching for information. Yet most intranets leave 35 to 50% of content unindexed. In a 2019 study, Gallup found that only 12% of employees strongly agree that their organization does a great job onboarding new employees. However, in the rare instance where knowledge transfer is structured and onboarding is exceptional, organizations have about 50% more new hire retention and productivity. Employees are also 2.6 times more likely to be extremely satisfied in their job. Wouldn't you want that for your team? So, our goal today is to use AI to accelerate internal knowledge transfer and onboarding. This is crucial in your journey to be an AI native organization. Our learning outcomes are to 1. Understand the fundamentals of knowledge transfer. 2. Use AI to keep knowledge current, searchable, and structured. 3. Use AI to build interactive onboarding assets. Let's jump straight into outcome 1, the fundamentals of knowledge transfer. I'll introduce some new concepts to you, so stay with me. Imagine we have an iceberg, most of which is submerged underwater. This iceberg represents the knowledge of your company. Above the surface, we have explicit knowledge. Below, silent, beneath the water, we have tacit knowledge. You are probably familiar with explicit knowledge. It is information that is documented and codified in fixed media for later use. Explicit knowledge can take the form of slide decks, Word documents, wikis, policies, SOPs, and datasets. Tacit knowledge is personal, experiential know-how. It is knowledge from direct experience that lives in people's brains and is hard to fully articulate because it's context-rich and learned by doing. Think skills, intuition, mental models, and taste. Have you ever wanted to just give someone else your brain? This would be the act of turning tacit knowledge into explicit or codified knowledge. This tacit to explicit journey must be made for knowledge transfer. If your organization wants best practice, the number one fundamental is a single source of truth. This acts as a shared brain for your org. It doesn't necessarily mean one app to rule them all. It means there's one canonical location for each type of knowledge. Best practice may look like using Notion for company-wide documentation, GitHub for your technical code base and engineering documents, and a well-structured Google or Microsoft Drive to store all your spreadsheets and large files. An important practice which most companies don't have is a unified discovery layer for their knowledge. This means that all your data is searchable and logically hyperlinked in your company home. If people can't find answers faster than asking on Slack or Teams, the single source of truth dies. Here is an example of how Notion can be used to be your company home. From company mission and expense policies to product roadmap, OKRs, or design principles. A single source of truth is essential. The second fundamental is develop a culture and habits of documentation. Without this culture, which should come from leadership, nothing will get done and your company knowledge will be stale, unorganized, and irrelevant. For behavior change to occur on an organizational scale, you need a leadership-led, orchestrated push to develop this culture. No one person can do this alone. Once the initial investment is made and your habits feel like second nature, you will save hours of wasted time. Third fundamental, ownership of knowledge transfer. Without ownership, nothing gets done. Specific owners need to be delegated to keep documentation current. Think of mastering these fundamentals as having an organized library. Each shelf is its own single source of truth for documentation, engineering, and data. There is a culture and habits of turning tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge. Each shelf has a clear owner with its own taxonomy, and each is logically linked to other shelves. The unified discovery layer is a library catalog which indexes all shelves, so anyone can find the knowledge they need, all without saying a word or asking the librarian. Amazing. Great job. You understand the fundamentals. Let's get into our demo for learning outcome 2. Use AI to keep knowledge current, searchable, and structured. The problem is that new hires are flooded with pitch decks, memos, data, and compliance docs. LPs, limited partners, also need digestible updates that don't overwhelm. We've brought in a new culture of documentation and ownership. I'm responsible to use AI to synthesize each company in our portfolio into one-page summaries for LPs and analysts, then update them every 3 months. Our demo flow is 1. Upload all relevant Koala Bear AI documents. 2. Prompt for a one-pager that is structured and searchable. 3. Remind myself to keep knowledge current in 3 months. Let's jump into the demo. Over here on ChatGPT, I upload all relevant documents, then prompt it as follows. Read the attached Koala Bear emails, IC memo, pitch deck, and meeting transcripts. Output one-page overview for clear knowledge transfer. Max 12 bullets, grouped logically. Make searchable and date it at top. Then produce 2 audience variants. 1, LP brief, 2 short paragraphs plus 5 bullets, focus on exposure, performance, exit potential, key risks. 2, analyst brief, bullets on investment thesis, KPIs, competitive landscape, unit economics, unresolved diligence. Amazing. Now, to keep it current, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to remind me in 3 months to update this for LPs and analysts. Great. That's our demo for learning outcome 2. Learning outcome 3 is to use AI to build interactive onboarding assets. Onboarding doesn't need to be a passive read-through of long manuals. With ChatGPT, you can transform static documents into interactive tools that help new hires absorb knowledge faster. Our demo flow will entail 1, making a FAQ guide and checklist for new hires. 2, role-play scenarios for analyst practice. Here, I am uploading a 40-page PDF with a prompt. Using this onboarding guide, create 15 FAQs with answers in practical, plain language and a new hire checklist for an analyst to complete within their first week. Sweet. Now, shall we test the new analyst? Let's upload an investment memo from a recent startup we invested in, Robot Connection. Our prompt is, pretend you are an LP asking tough questions about our fund strategy. Use the uploaded memo as context and provide realistic Q&A pairs that a new hire should practice answering. Be creative with your prompt here. The point is to make onboarding engaging as opposed to reading static, old documents. Make it an experience for them. Give mentorship and test their thinking deeply. Awesome. So that wraps up our 3 learning outcomes. To summarize, we went through the fundamentals of knowledge transfer, used AI in a demo to keep knowledge current, searchable, and structured, and used AI to build interactive onboarding assets. It's Ray from Build Club. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for your time.